Hi, my name is Julia. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing a great reading. I've been wanting to do this reading for a while, so I'm really excited to do it. And this reading is about what gifts do you share in this connection. And before we go any further, I just want to say that this does not necessarily have to be someone that you are currently in a romantic connection with or in connection with. This can be anybody that you feel you've had some kind of a connection or spiritual connection with. So let's just say it's an ex. Let's just say it's someone you haven't talked to in a while. Let's just say it's a friend. Technically, you could even do family. But this would be somebody that for most of you, you would feel that you have a spiritual connection with. Now, it could definitely be somebody who you are with. Absolutely, but it doesn't have to be. So even if it's somebody, say, you're getting to know, or you've just been sensing them in your energy a lot and you feel like there's something going on, this is about the types of spiritual and psychic gifts and abilities that are shared in this connection. So I will be going over your gifts, and I will be going over the person you're asking about gifts, and then what gifts are shared between the two of you. So I thought this was a fascinating topic. And then also, you know, I've had quite a few readings lately, private readings, which I absolutely love, and big shout out and thank you to all of you who have booked readings with me. But also that it showed up in a lot of those readings about, you know, well, and a lot of people, you know, and I know a lot of people, I've personally experienced it, where you can sense somebody and it's like there's something definitely going on spiritually and something definitely going on psychically. So that's what we're going to dive into today. So let me go ahead and show you the piles. So for pile 1, we have the very beautiful Citrine. Citrine for pile 1. For pile 2, we have the Kyanite. Gorgeous stone. Kyanite, pile 2. For pile 3, we have the clear quartz. Clear quartz for pile 3. And for pile 4, we have the very lovely amethyst. Amethyst for pile 4. So as per usual, timestamps will be in the description and in the comments. So happy I got to get a second reading out this week. Things are going to be picking up. I feel a lot more for my readings. Yay! So I love you guys, and I will see you guys in the piles. There I go again. Hi, pile 1. If you chose the beautiful Citrine, pile 1, this is your reading about the gifts you share in this connection. So this one came out like, I kind of pulled a lot out here. There's a lot to unpack. Forewarning, you might see me hit my vape because when it gets a little deep, I just sometimes need to take a little break. So let's get into it. So there's a lot kind of that came out here. As I just kept pulling the cards, there was just like, yeah, well, let's just get into it. So let me tell you, first I pulled some energy, some cards to show me your energy, and some cards to show me the person that you're talking about, the connection's energy, okay? And then I asked about what your gifts are and what their gifts are, how these gifts connect and share. And then I asked like what's kind of going on, like when you guys share the gifts, like when it's most felt. And then these are kind of like some other things that are the potential of what's to happen and what needs to happen here. Because yeah, let's just unpack this, okay? So this came out a little bit different than I was expecting, but very good. So when I asked who you are, pile 1, now remember also energy is very fluid, so it is always a chance that you could be on this side. You're one of these two energies, but I really feel for like most likely all of you, you'll be this energy, okay? So let's get into it. So we have the storm, the tear in reverse, the fault line, and the starborn. Beautiful. Yeah, you are somebody, first and foremost, who has been through quite a lot. I see quite a lot. You've done quite a lot of healing, quite a lot of clearing, quite a lot of cleansing, quite a lot of purging. You're also somebody who is very divinely protected. You are somebody who has a very cosmic, and I'm hearing another word, a celestial connection. You are somebody who is very good at reading the signs, and you get a lot of information and knowledge that comes to you channeled down from higher dimensions, higher streams of consciousness. There is this also within you, this fault line. This is not a bad thing. This is actually for some, and not you, but I'm hearing for others, something that is scary. And not that you're scary or something that people should be scared of you, but this fault line, that what they're showing me is that there is a, well, we all have a dual nature, right? But if there's something within you where there's like two specific sides, and that there is it's all, but you see how it's not so like black and white, or you know what I mean, that both sides look pretty light, but there's a huge difference. And the way I know this is going to sound really weird, but the way they're showing this to me is your dark side is not something that you come out and just readily show people, is what I'm being told, is that there is something within you that you don't come out and show it, but it's almost like, ooh, I'm hearing the word summoned. It's almost like it gets summoned out of you. It's like if it gets activated, gets provoked, and the depth of it with that fault line is as deep as it goes, is that it's scary to people, but it's not something that you have to, I'm hearing, actually try and do. It's almost, this is quite interesting. I'm trying to translate this the best way. They're giving me this energy. Is the dark side, or the things that happen to people when they pull on your energy in the wrong way, is almost, we'll just say it's very intimidating for others. And it's something of a great depth, and it's something that others weren't expecting, and it's something that almost frightens them. It's just something like, whoa, it's like almost like how it looks like a thing of lightning, like people get shocked, like, oh God, I wasn't expecting that. But it's not something that you actually have to consciously try to do. It's like you're not consciously trying to hurt or scare people, but there's this specific, it's like this crack right here where it's like people are like, oh boy, I didn't see that coming, and they fall in too deep in your energy, and something happens that is like, oh my God, yeah, scary. Okay, now we're gonna get into the energy of the person that you're in connection with. Okay, so this is just, I'm giving these so that you can have, if this can give you a confirmation that you're at the right pile, all right? So we have the temple coming out sideways, gnosis, Thanatos, the prayer, and the kiss coming out sideways. So who this person is somebody who is currently reevaluating everything they thought they knew and that they thought they believed in. This is somebody who's also could be, I don't want to necessarily say it could be that they're having their physical appearance is changing, but it's there could be that there's changes, they're undergoing physical changes, whether that could be maybe aging, health changes, something's happening to them where it's almost like, for some people I'm hearing coming of age, but not like young, like a teenager. I don't know, it's something different. It's that there's changes happening within their body. The way they treat and take care of themselves is greatly changing. This person has gained a higher understanding, and this person is very smart. I feel this is somebody who's had a lot of experiences, and they're very smart, but there are certain endings that this person has found themselves trapped in, certain endings that they're being it's like I'm hearing the word, oh, what a tangled web we weave. This person has got themselves involved in something, has got themselves trapped, and it's causing some kind of ending or calling for some kind of ending in their life. Or they feel like they've been trapped since an ending in their life, a certain ending, a change. There's a major knowledge and a gnosis and experience that this person has being forced to undergo, and it's reshaping their faith, a lot of their beliefs. This person is, for some of you I'm hearing losing faith, and for some of you it's finding faith, and for most of you it's that this person had lost faith or was not walking in faith and is now starting to have a new faith or a new belief system. This person is also somebody who's rethinking their connections, not sure if they've made the right decisions, is rethinking the things they did in the dark, is reevaluating what they consider a wise connection, and they're also what they are attracted to and what they find appealing is currently in changing. This person is in it's like a I don't want to say transient, but they're in a transitional phase, it feels like, in their life, or coming out of it's like they're not it's like giving the feeling they're not in their old life. A lot of things have ended, but they're definitely not in the new life. It's I don't know, it'll be different for a lot of you. They're at a place where they've made some mistakes and they have some karmas and karmic lessons to learn, and some of them are heavily still in it, and others of them are now reevaluating things about themselves and what they prefer in the world, what they believe in, how they want to treat the world, and what they would like to connect with, and reevaluating what they've done in the past. Okay, so also I'm seeing here for you, my pile 1, you're beautiful. Also coming out on who you are. Love it. All upright. We have the alchemist, the hero, and the artist. Love it. Beautiful energy, pile 1. Bravo. Bravo. This is great energy. This is telling me you're somebody who has probably mastered the art of transformation and transmutation. You are somebody who has gone through metamorphosis. See if we can get that word out. Metamorphosis after metamorphosis. I tried. I think you know what I mean. I'm also hearing the word chrysalis. Yeah, chrysalis. Like, yeah, chrysalis. It's like when the caterpillar goes through that metamorphosis, it becomes the butterfly. You have learned to master the art of becoming polished, of taking coal and turning it into a diamond, of, you know, excelling under pressure. Ah, yes, there's a lot of spiritual knowledge here. A lot of spiritual knowledge. Your soul is becoming gold, or has become gold. Beautiful. And you are somebody who has, I believe, embarked on a new journey. I don't know why my words are starting to get all mixed up right now. Not mixed up, but it's not mixed up. I know what I'm going to say, but I was going to say journey, and jury almost came out. How weird is that? What a weird Freudian slip. Okay, so I'm hearing a weird message that it might be something about the judgment you decide to make on something that this person's actions were in the past might change, might be something that has a deciding factor, and this would be something that would be happening spiritually, but this might be a deciding factor on the amount of karmic sentence this person gets for something they did to you in the past. It's an interesting channel. Okay, sorry. Back to you, pile 1. Yeah, that you're somebody who constantly and has many times over and over in your life helped people. You do the right thing. You take the higher path. Yeah, I think that's why people have underestimated that fault line. Something that happens that frightens. There's some kind of energy within you, because, you know, just remember, the lighter the light, the darker the dark, because you can't have one without the other, right? So I just feel like there's a lot of people have seen your light and really underestimated that there would be anything dark within you. And it's not that you hold a darkness within you, it's that there is a certain powerful force within you that people get faced with when they treat you the wrong way, or when they do something wrong to you spiritually or energetically, is what I'm feeling. And then artist, I love this. I feel this shows me that you're very creative. You're very creative. I just want to read, it says, expressing a dimension of life that is just beyond the 5 senses. Tells me you're definitely have a lot of gifts. Inspiring others to see life symbolically. Excuse me, I just ate. So that's a beautiful energy. I don't think it even needs any more explanation than that. Love your energy. Fascinating. Great. I'm going to just read you the couple cards that came out for the person you're in connection with. So we have, we are not shaming anybody. This is just the cards. We have Prostitute in reverse and Don Juan. Sorry, it's not funny. Please don't get mad at me. I know it's not funny. Now what this tells me is that this person has come from this person is somebody who is actually probably very charming. Or knows how to be. They know how to turn up the charm. They know how to have their way. They always used this charm for good? I would have to say the cards are showing me probably not. This is probably somebody who knows how to has mastered, perhaps we'll just say this nicely. This person has probably mastered the art of persuasion. This person knows how to have their way with people, and they know maybe sometimes how to use their appearance or their sexuality to attract what they want, or to persuade people, or to get what they want. This might have been an abuse of power in some situations. That doesn't necessarily have to mean with you, but definitely it could have been. But this is definitely giving the feeling that this is something this person has done. Now let's, prostitute reverse came out. I think they're a little upset. Your person's energy was upset that they kind of got told on right there, but I feel that's nothing you didn't already know. Now, unless, of course, you're asking for somebody who you don't know very well, but you've just been feeling them very heavily spiritually. So you might just be finding out some things about them. Now, when I asked about your psychic abilities, we have, this is really fascinating, we have Mars in reverse, Capricorn upright, Sagittarius upright, 10th house upright, and Mercury. So I'm going to go ahead and start channeling this for you, what I'm feeling in your gifts, okay? You're somebody who has a very non-aggressive way of connecting with people. I feel you connect with people without actually having to reach out to them. I feel if somebody is, this is interesting, if somebody is kind of opposing you or trying to oppress you, or is trying to become aggressive with you or attack you, be that mentally, emotionally, physically, or spiritually, you have, it's like almost I don't want to say non-invasive, I mean, it's an interesting word here. It's like a non-aggressive way of fighting back, but a very powerful one, that you're able to take control of the situation. You also are somebody who has a very extremely powerful higher mind, a very highly developed mind, very philosophical. Especially from all the experiences you've had. You're also somebody who's able to connect with multiple people telepathically at once. You also are somebody who's able to, interesting, they're showing me waves of energy, waves of energy, waves of energy, and these are influences that come in waves, almost like trends, that you're able to influence in society or in community, or as I should say, in the collective as a whole. So it could be that you could be focusing on a certain subject at any given time. This is all channeling now, just off of seeing the 10th house. At any given time, you could be focusing on a specific subject, and then all of a sudden you will see that subject start popping up in the collective energies. As in, say you're focusing on a certain subject, tunnel vision, this is what they're showing me. I'm channeling hard right now. Wow, you guys have really spiritual energy, because I only channel this hard when I'm connecting to another very spiritual energy. So it's tunnel vision. You might get, you might be somebody who gets, has what they will call like, I love that, special interests, or things that you might hyperfixate on. This isn't bad, this is good, this is actually a part of your gift, and you focus on it and you focus on it, and then you see it come out into the collective consciousness. Like, so say if you're super, you know, focusing on this, we'll just give an example, astrology, and then all of a sudden you walk up into the makeup store and you're looking at lip glosses and you see the flavors or the colors are Capricorn, Aquarius. It's like something like that. That's just a slight example. This goes deeper, but it's something about if, and I don't know how many of you are completely aware of this. Some of you might be, some of you might not be, but that you have the ability to influence the trends that come in waves into the collective consciousness for what people will be interested in, and what will be like things that are coming up by the things that you choose to focus your energy on. And it's like, they're showing me now, even though I'm not seeing Uranus here, they're showing me, it's very interesting. It's like, you know, if you've ever seen the symbol or the sigil for Uranus, like in astrology, if you look it up, how it's like that circle and then it comes out like that. It's like showing me something like that, where it's like a satellite, where you can send out that energy like a little signal that goes out into the consciousness, and then it manifests into different areas around in the collective. So it's almost like you're sending out a collective symbol or idea that will be picked up in collective consciousness that will then manifest into reality. Fascinating. Ooh, the channels are channeling today. You guys got great energy. I also see that you're somebody who has, with this Capricorn right here, who has passed, that's going to get us right in, because that reminded me, that's right there. You have passed the karmic gates of Saturn, which means you now have the ability to tap into the higher octaves of the outer planets and their abilities that come with it. So there is extreme psychic and powerful spiritual abilities and gifts that come with Uranus, Pluto, Neptune, right? But before people can really tap into those higher octaves of those energies, you have to pass the karmic gates of Saturn. You have to get past those rings. The outer Saturn is like that to hit those trans-Saturnian planets, right? Think of it as above, so below, as within, so without. So once you've done a lot of your inner work and passed a lot of karmic tests, you've passed that karmic gate of Saturn, and then you are capable of tapping into those gifts and abilities that come from the higher vibrational and higher frequency energies of the outer planets, is what they're showing me. Fascinating. Now when we get in, now we're going to get into what the person you're in connection with psychic gifts are. Okay. Or spiritual gifts, we'll say. So this is where it gets really interesting, and this kind of goes back to what I was just. There's a huge contrast between you and this person, but there's potential, a great potential here. I'm seeing this person is coming out with Saturn. Do you see how they are trapped right in the center of the rings of Saturn? This person is heavily deep in some kind of lessons in life, having to be forced to learn some kind of lessons in life that are necessary. And as you see it, if you could see in his hand, he's there's something that's waiting to be opened. It almost looks like, I forget the name of them, but you know those little Russian dolls where it opens up and there's one side of another? This person has the ability to deeply dive and have a lot of gifts in their hand once they get stuck out of this. But you see how the rings of Saturn happen to be right around his head, right around his mental space. This is karmic. This is karmic right now. This person is karmically, I'm hearing for some of them, oh wow, this is different. For each of you, it'll be different. For some of you, this person actually had tapped into their gifts. They had connected to some of their gifts, but for some of you, this person abused them. And now this person has been restricted from their abilities and gifts until there is certain karmic debts that are paid off. For others of you, it's that this person hasn't tapped into it yet. This person might be in there for now. If I can also say, if this person is somebody who is younger, like say perhaps in their 20s, this part obviously won't be for everybody, and has not hit their first, we'll say, Saturn return. They haven't passed those gates yet. And I'm not saying somebody has to be past their Saturn return in order to have psychic abilities, no. But in this specific case, what they're showing me is yes. For this person is because there's a certain lesson or karmic debt this person has to go through in order for them to be able to use these gifts that they have. Fascinating. And it has something to do with, yeah, these are karmas. See the karmic scales upside down in the 7th house? There's some heavy karmas this person has, whether it's from this life or a past life, but for many of you, I'm hearing it's from this life. They also have quincunx, complexity, and opposition in reverse. This person has yet to restore balance into their life. They're a very complex situation, and there are higher beings that are overlooking the situation. In order for this person to right, I'm fearing for some of you, certain wrongs they did, especially in connections or partnerships. It could even be to you or other connections this person was in. It's heavy, and that kind of makes sense with the prostitute in reverse and Don Juan coming out. There are certain things that this person has done that needs to be corrected, wrongs that need to be righted in order for them to get into their gifts. So I feel that's kind of why they're not showing me too many of these gifts, because for some of you, there's a chance this person might not get them back in this incarnation. That is always a possibility, but on a broader scale, some of you, this person is closer to getting them back, because up here I am seeing where this person is rethinking many things. Okay, so this got deep real quick, didn't it? That got deep. Okay, so at current, the way you guys mostly connect, because this person has been restricted, I feel for some of you, you guys might, especially as telepathic as you are, pile 1, I feel you guys at some point probably had a very strong telepathic connection. I feel most of the psychic gifts that were shared between you and this person come from you. Now, that doesn't mean that there's an ability for this person to tap back into them, but there's certain things this person has to go through, learn, experience, or just pay off karmically before they can tap back into it. But at current, with music coming out, I feel this person mostly, there's something that happens for a lot of you in music. I feel, I'm also channeling here that for a lot of you, this person feels like they've lost their connection to you, or they feel like they don't. This is a specific, this energy is pretty specific. I'm not sure this pile will be for everyone who chose it, but for some of, or at least this part. But for a lot of you, I feel this person feels there's a psychic connection that comes between you and this person that has to do with music, where you guys actually communicate to each other through music. It could be through hearing a certain melody that invokes a message or a emotion within you, or it could be simply like if you're thinking like something you would wish this person would know, like, ooh, I'm so mad at them. This person, ooh, you see that fly? This person might turn on the radio and it might be an angry song and it would be the exact words you would have said. That is how psychic energies can play out depending on the psychic that's experiencing it, receiving it, or projecting it. That's the best way I can explain it. Hopefully that makes some kind of sense. But that is how this person mostly connects to you now. I feel that for a lot of you, this is somebody that something's happened here. Oh yeah, something's definitely happened here for most of you. And that you've like kind of cut this person off. Now, also, I asked when you guys the psychic abilities are most shared between you guys, and so for some of you, when they would be most shared is when you are both fully grounded and coming from a place of unconditional love and expressing a childlike wonder. When both of your guys feel, inner child would feel safe around each other, there's something very playful and magical that happens and takes place, especially out in nature. And when both of you are grounded but out in nature. And also, when this person, interesting. This person has a part of, I'm hearing, being told too, this is a part of like what the lessons this person is learning is this person's abilities will become more, they'll become more aware and they will be gifted new even gifts and abilities. When this person decides to stop following the crowd, there's something here about this person needs to stop doing what they're told to do. It's like, and I know that sounds, as in like, not from their spirit guides, but this person is somebody it feels like cares much about their reputation often, that they might often be told what to do or be trying to fit in or follow a crowd, possibly even a group, organization, church. This person, basically what I'm getting is, let me better say this. This person has needs to be deprogrammed. This is why this person also cannot tap into their gifts. This person needs to be deprogrammed. As in, this person has been too programmed or indoctrinated, and this could be just simply from growing up in society and believing everything they see on TV, or watching too much TV, that's why they call it TV programming, right? Or this person might have had grown up in with specific parents or beliefs, or even a religious group or something that has programmed them, or even this could even, it could be organizations or cults even, but there's, for some of you, for somebody here, but there's something here where this person is too heavily programmed and needs to be deprogrammed. Okay, now I asked since this person is on like, kind of like a spiritual psychic timeout here, or restriction, well, when will this person be able to get their gifts back, and how? And this is what needs to happen first. There has to be everything of the old in this person's life. There is a complete transformation, a complete ego death, a complete change of everything that needs to take place. And this person needs to learn to let go of control, to surrender to the universe, to the divine, let go of control and go with the flow and stop waiting on things that are never going to happen. It's giving the feeling of some kind of, I don't know if they're waiting on a return, it's like a return of investment, or like I put so much time and energy into this group and I'm promised this position, or at this job I'm promised this position, or I was with this person forever and they, we have this much money. It's something here that they're choosing to stay karmically to something possibly material, and until they can let go of that, or waiting on that, or whatever, or realizing that it's not going to play out how they want, they're going to keep just getting karma, staying in that position, or that place in life, until that happens. It won't. They won't. Everything has to be changed. And I said, asked what would happen if, once this was to happen, like what would it be, the shared abilities between you and this person, and if this might, for some of you, be a very powerful soulmate, or even a twin flame. I was shocked to see the cards that jumped out. It would be extremely powerful. You two would be locked in a way that is rare. You guys came out the Magician and the King and Queen of Pentacles. Can you say power couple? Or a very powerful connection. These two go together. They came out together upright. As of right now, this person cannot tap into their gifts. Will they be able to decide? For some of you, no. For some of you, yes. They are rethinking things and getting a higher understanding, but they're not showing me too much of what their gifts are because this person has a major death cycle and karmic cycle they are undergoing and having to go through. It's never promised if people come out of that one way or another. Some people choose to stay in a past thing, and that is okay. That's, hey, you know what I mean? That's beauty of free will, right? But this is the potential that's there should this person undergo the spiritual transformation that needs to happen. It would be magical. You guys would manifest a life. You guys would be able to finish each other's sentences. You guys would be so telepathically connected. You guys would be masterful, powerful manifestors together. You guys would be able to, like, look at that. You got the King and Queen of Pentacles to the Magician. Fascinating. And then I asked the cards if there's anything else they want pile 1 to know. And it's the Ace of Cups in reverse. The I see it now. The 9 of Wands to the 5 of Pentacles, vice versa. Yeah, that makes sense. To the Page of Cups, to the 10 of Swords in reverse. Spirit is, so this might not be for everyone, for whoever it's for, you'll know. Spirit is suggesting that you do not try to go start something with this person and offer love and support, be the wounded warrior if you know, for those of you who applies, this person needs to learn what it is to be the wounded warrior and what it means to fight. If this spirit is suggesting that you keep your back turned, for those of you, this won't be for everybody, basically to keep that person out in the cold until they come and apologize for betraying you or trying to betray you. Okay? So if that resonates for you, you'll know. If it doesn't, just let that part go. Okay? So this was a specific one. There wasn't a lot of shared gifts it was showing at this time because this person is somebody who is undergoing some kind of look at the Saturnian rings around his head, and it's like he's holding his gifts there and they're just like cold. Like, I have them, but I can't use them because this person's under some kind of extreme heavy karma. It's like their mental and psychic space is completely karmically imprisoned. This person's like in a psychic spiritual jail right now, is what it feels like. Okay, so that's what I have for you, pile 1. You have some fascinating gifts yourself. This person has the potential for it. We'll see if this person can step their game up and make it happen. I'm sending you so much love. I hope this resonated. If it did, I hope you'll feel called to like and subscribe. See you guys later. Hi, pile number 2. If you chose the Kyanite, pile number 2, this is your reading about the shared gifts and abilities between you and someone else in this connection. So let me just get right into it. So I'm going to be reading on what your energy is and what the person you're asking about, their energy is, just so that you can confirm that this is the right pile for you. Then I'm going to get into what your gifts and abilities are and what this person's gifts and abilities are, and then anything and how it is shared between the two of you and what can happen to strengthen it, if you so please. And also anything else that Spirit wants you to know regarding this connection or these abilities. Okay, so we're going to get right into it. So this is really interesting. It's quite different energies from the first pile. For one, in the first pile, like 5 cards came out, and for yours only 1, but it's very powerful. I felt like sometimes I'll get one up, like, I think I need another one. But for yours, I really didn't feel it. Like right away, I just felt like content or calm or at peace with the energy that came out, and I was like, that doesn't need more explaining than that. And I think that it'll make sense to you. So you're coming out. Let's just get right into it. Hi, pile 1. I mean, pile 2. Maybe there is a message for you in pile 1. So, hi, pile 2. So, coming out is the ring. I love this card. I love when this card comes out. Every time it comes out, I always share with people that I see the rings on here with the eye in the center, which brings me to the thrones, or as they would be called, the Ophanim, which is one of the choirs of angels. It's a very powerful, one of the highest choirs of angels that sit, you know, the thrones sit right up there with the throne of God. It's like the wheel within the wheel with all the like eyes in the wheel, you know, all seeing, all knowing. Like in the, you know, Ezekiel's vision, and if you were to go into the Bible, this is telling you that you're very powerfully connected, pile 2. You are somebody who has a lot of, oh God, you're divinely guided. You receive a lot of information, a lot of downloads, a lot of knowledge cosmically. I'm hearing also, as I also heard this in pile 1, celestial. Like there's a lot of celestial beings around you, or you are connected to a lot of celestial beings, or you receive information from higher streams of consciousness. You are very spiritual, very divine energy here. Very fascinating. I love these kinds of energies. I love when this card comes out, and that is who you are coming out as, pile 2, which is great. Okay, also for you, you're coming out as, and so this isn't going to be gender specific, this is just an energy, okay? So it says queen, so you could be male or female watching. This isn't talking about queen as in you're a baddie female or something. No, it's queen and pioneer in reverse. And what I'm getting from that is that you are somebody who has done through a lot of your knowledge and experiences. There's something very regal, something very royal in your energy. It's like a royalty. It's almost like a divine royalty. And I hope that doesn't sound too woo-woo, but that's the best way I can explain it. But with pioneer coming out in reverse next to it, is there's something here that it's almost giving the feeling like, okay, you're very connected, you know you're very connected, you know who you are, you know you're on top of your game, but there's still something that either A, you're not sure if you want to continue to go after, or something you've been wanting to go after or to invent or experience or innovate, but it's not happening the way you wanted, or you're not sure if you want to keep pursuing something. It's something to that nature. So I don't want to say it could be that you're at a crossroads or at a fork in the road, or you're not sure which path you're going to go with next, or you might be deciding, okay, I don't know if I should still keep pursuing this. It could even be about this person. Like, I'm not sure if this is what I want to keep going after, or is this worth going after, or should I try to even create or make a path to this person. You're like, I think there's like a feeling here of like, okay, is this a person I should continue trying to connect with, or should I cut off this connection, or is it worth it? That could also be something here. Okay, so also now let's get into, before we get into your psychic and spiritual gifts and abilities, I'm going to get into this person's, okay, who this person is. We're not getting into the psychic and spiritual gifts and abilities quite yet. So now I'm going to read you the energies of this person, and I was only expecting to, you know, it was really simple and easy to get your energy. Very great, love this energy. I thought it was going to be quite easy and simple for them as well, but a little bit more kept coming out for them, and I was starting to understand as I saw the cards jumping out a little bit more about this person, and wow, this is interesting. So let's get into it. We have the crone in reverse. Now remember, like I said, this is not gender specific. We have the crone in reverse, the womb in reverse, the unseen, and the warrior in reverse. There's a whole lot about this person you don't know. Pile 2. There's a whole lot about this person that you don't know yet. And I do believe you are extremely powerfully connected, gifted, and psychic. But there is still a lot, and this just happens. This is going to be no matter what. There's not one single one of us on this planet at this time is all knowing. Okay? That's just how it works. There is a lot you do pick up psychically about this person, but there is a lot that you do not know. That this person keeps hidden. This person is a lot more alert and awake than you think, but this person is also not as alert and awake as they think they are. And now, this person has how to explain this. This person, because I'm getting this energy pretty clearly. I guess I should rephrase that. This person it might not be that they think they're so alert and awake. For some of you, it's that this person is aware. This is going to play out a little differently for each of you. For some of you, it's not that this person thinks they're so alert and awake. For some of you, it is. But it's for others of you, is this person is aware of certain gifts or abilities that they have, but they don't know that that's what exactly to call it. Like they don't have that label of what we would call it, to call it. Like they are consciously aware that they are capable of having certain powers over people or being able to get people to do things the way they want. But it's like, for some of us, we might call this like somebody who's a natural, we'll say magician, or has the natural ability to manipulate energies. And not in a bad way, but they don't know that that's what they would call it. For others of you, they don't realize they have the ability to have certain power and control over people. In their mind, they know that they're able to, if I focus on somebody and I want them to do something, they'll do it. This person has something like that there, but they haven't mastered this skill yet. They haven't mastered the full nature of this skill yet. This person needs to get more in contact, whether this is a male or female, with their feminine energy and heal a certain amount of feminine energy within them in order to truly open up and master this skill. But the potential is there, very much so. This person has a lot of magical abilities that they don't know how to use correctly yet. But they're there, and it plays out in their life in different ways that they don't understand that that's what's going on. Maybe if they had a more did some more research or learned or was enlightened on certain things, then it would be more profound in their life. And for others of you, this person might have done some research. For a select few of you, this person has done some research, but it's almost like when somebody knows. It's like, okay, there's a name for this theory, and I forget what it's called. If somebody knows what it is, you can tell me down in the comments. But it's something that's like when somebody knows enough about a subject that they think they're an expert on it, but they don't know enough to realize how much they don't know about it. So it's almost like somebody reads up a little tiny bit on, say, some occult knowledge or metaphysical knowledge, and they're like, oh, I'm a guru now. So it's like, okay, they read up and they understood what they read, they digested that information well, but there's still, that was like, okay, you read half a book. There's a whole spiritual, occult, metaphysical, magical library out there full of books that you've never even touched. Something like that. It's like, okay, you're not quite the adept yet, but the person has potential, something like that. But for a lot of you, it's simply going to be that this person has certain gifts and abilities, that they know that they have certain abilities they're capable of doing certain things, but they don't know what to call it. They don't know that these are spiritual gifts, okay? So it'll be a little bit different for each of you, okay? And there's a lot this person doesn't share. And this person sees and knows a lot more than you think as well. Not that you think this person is dumb, but this person is more, they have the unseen. Look at that eye. Like this person sees and is aware of a lot more. And if this is somebody who you're never been, like, say, in a romantic connection with before, and you're like, okay, I'm sensing this person in my energy, and I want to know, like, is this person like feeling it too? Oh yes, this person very much senses you and is very aware that you sense them as well. They are aware of what the unseen connection is between the two of you. Just know that. Also, this person, this is where it gets a little bit interesting. Yeah, this person's also coming out as vampire, destroyer, and victim in reverse, and dilettante upright. That's what I mean when I'm saying this person thinks they know a lot, thinks they have a certain understanding of certain things, but they don't realize how much more there is to know, or that they don't know as much perhaps as they think they do. And with this here, this person does have abilities, but they haven't, it's either because they don't know what their gifts are, so they haven't learned how to say, perfect them or strengthen them correctly, or how to utilize them correctly, or to access their higher psychic faculties, to use their, you know, spiritual psychic gifts correctly. Or it's that that for a very select few of you here, this person does know exactly what they're doing, and they are using it for the wrong reasons, like an energy vampire, and they drain people. For others of you, they don't realize that what they're doing, because they haven't, we'll say, awakened fully, is that their abilities might be draining. They might be, it's like a dark empath. It's like they might be hurting people with their gifts or abilities, and not aware of it. But this person has a lot of potential. This is somebody who does come with gifts and abilities, and this person is aware that they have some of them. They're aware that they're able of having certain power over people, or be able to persuade to have their way, and others of them, they're not sure what to call it. They're not in the spiritual community. They just know that they just think of themselves as like a powerful person, something like that. Okay, so let's keep going here. Fascinating. Okay, so for your spiritual gifts, what I'm seeing here, pile two. First of all, you coming out with Pluto and Neptune. Baby, I knew you was all connected up here with that ring. Also, side note with the ring, it could be too that some of you are wanting to connect with this person and coming out pioneer underneath that, but you're not sure if it's the right thing to do. That's a side note. Anyways, okay, so Pluto, oh yeah, you're extremely psychic, extremely psychic. Pluto coming out to Neptune in reverse. Oh, you destroy people's illusions. I love this. You are capable of not just seeing through people's illusions, but shattering their illusions that they are trying to project onto you or others. You are also somebody who is very empathic, and that you are able to go with the flow. You're able to easily tap into other people's feelings and energies and flow with them. You're able to mesh with them. Like, it's something about, though, I'm hearing the word copacetic. I'm hearing also the word flux. It's interesting energies. It's something about being able to connect, and it's like being able to start to not absorb all of somebody's energy, but to connect to it, to it's like regulate or co-regulate their feelings. So you could probably calm people down very easily. Especially with that Pluto, you are very, and I mean very magnetic. You are highly magnetic. You have people who get drawn to you or gravitate to you, and you might not even be aware of it. People might not always make it known to you that they feel stuck somehow coming into your energy, and but people also like, yeah, because you look at the Mars, and then in that 5th house, there's like that carousel going around. Yeah, people gravitate to you. There's also something that's very spiritual and about the way how you have something playful about you. You're very passionate about, when you decide to do things to have fun, I feel you're very passionate about having fun. There's something very fun about you. I'm hearing the word fun. So all I can say is something very fun and beautiful about you. Fascinating. Now, for your person, you ready for their gifts? This person's able to see into people's subconscious and understand what their fears are and what drives them and what motivates them to do certain things. I don't know if they're aware that this is a psychic gift, or I don't know if they're aware how they know this, but they just, in their mind, for some of them, they just think they're sensing it. But this person can be having a conversation with somebody and automatically know what this person is afraid of. Like, oh, this person is scared of this or that, or this person has this insecurity, and they can just look at them and know it, and they don't know that it's a psychic ability for some of them. For others of them, they don't realize that sometimes they use this ability to look into people's fears, to use that to manipulate people in order to get what they want out of a situation or out of a person. This person is a master manifester. This person knows things, gets lightning intuition. They get lightning downloads. They get lightning hits out of nowhere. They don't know how, they just know things sometimes, but they do. This person is not awake to who and what they are capable of fully yet. Like, it's just like, okay, these things happen, but they don't know that, oh, it's because I'm psychic and I'm having a spiritual download. Okay? For a lot of them, they're not aware of that yet. This person, yeah, this person hasn't broadened their oh, this person is greatly attracted to you. This person's greatly attracted to you because of your magnetism. They're stuck in your gravitational field. They feel your magnetism and it turns them on and they feel very drawn to you. But I don't know if they try to show it yet. They leave that part unseen. This person hasn't fully yet widened their perception of who and what they are and what they're capable of. And because of that, they're not fully aware of other people's psychic gifts either, because they're not fully consciously aware of that. It's, for a lot of you, they're not aware that these are psychic gifts. But this person does allow for information transfers to happen between them and other individuals, like them and you, which tells me that there's probably a strong telepathic connection here, especially with you coming out with Pluto and this person having gifts and abilities. I believe the psychic hits between you and this person are, you probably both get extreme, like I'm feeling that you both sense each other, especially because of the magnetic draw between the two of you. There's a lot, you guys sense each other and you guys both feel extremely drawn and pulled to each other, but I think you understand more what's going on than this person does. Yeah, there's a lot of beings around you two who are watching this connection, who also influence it. Interesting. You guys are meant to help each other in ascension. Even whether or not you guys will come together as a couple, I feel for most people in this pile, you're not asking about somebody who you're like married to or something like that, is what it doesn't feel like that. It could be, but either way, you guys, for those of you who are in a relationship with this person, this is meant because you guys are meant to learn how to take each other through ascension. For others of you, this ascension, this way of helping each other through ascension will happen in a 4th and 5th dimensional space more than it will in a 3rd dimensional space. However, that doesn't mean you won't connect in a 3rd dimensional space. I hope that made some kind of sense. If you're capable of getting to go near water with this person, I feel something magical would happen, or at least it would feel magical for the two of you. It would actually, I feel, greatly increase the spiritual gifts, and it's like the senses would be, it would be good for both of you. It would be good for both of you. If you're able to go somewhere near water with this person, it would be magical. Your guys' psychic abilities would be most strongly felt and shared if you guys could sit out in nature together, closely and peacefully, quietly. Just sit next to each other. You would start sensing and receiving all kinds of bits of information, both of you, about the other person. You wouldn't even have to say anything. You would just start having understandings and knowings of things about this person. It would just happen. You both are, it's like, almost, I'm hearing the word now, beguiled by the other one almost. There's something, it's like there's a certain understanding or energy that the other one sees in the other one that's like almost elusive, but it's like it keeps escaping me, but I just have to try to, I feel so drawn to it. It's like I can't escape it, but it keeps escaping me. I don't know, I hope I'm not making some kind of sense. It's like feeling so drawn to something, but not. It's so close, but not. It's like within your reach, but not in your grip yet. It's something like that. There's like this really strong, it's almost like they're showing me like it's like contracting and then releasing. It's like the energy pull, and it's like almost, Pluto, so funny. They're showing me like, you know, like when a planet that has an irregular orbit goes around the sun, it's like, almost like you guys feel like you have an irregular orbit around each other, where sometimes you feel so close that the magnetic pole, it's like, oh my god, I feel this person in my energy so intensely. I can't get them out of my energy. They keep thinking about them. I keep feeling them. I keep sensing them. I feel their energy everywhere. I'm getting all these synchronicities. Everything's popping up. Oh my god. I turn on the freaking TV and their name is all over it. It's like all these little things that are happening psychically and energetically. And then other times, it's like you could still feel them, but it's not as intense. Where it's like their orbit is further. Something like that is what they're showing me. It's like an irregular orbit. Very fascinating. Okay, so yeah, there's a lot of shared gifts here. There's a lot of shared. it's like the closer you guys get and the more you start sensing each other, and like when we'll say like in that irregular orbit, when the planet around going, like say Pluto or whatever, Sedna or one of the outer planets, when it gets closer to the sun, it's like when you guys are, and it doesn't have to be physically closer, but when you guys are in, say energetically, we'll say a close orbit where it's like it's super intense and you just sense this person so deeply, that's when the telepathic connection, where it's like a meshing of your energies, where it's like all of a sudden you're picking up all these signs, symbols, and information from their like auric field, and they're doing the same for yours, becomes more profound, more intense. Okay, so now on a side note, what Spirit also wants you to know is if this is somebody that you are not in a connection with, and you're wondering, hey, when or how is this going to happen? Spirit is saying this can come together, but to not, if there's something about, it's supposed, sorry, the phone. Perhaps you'll talk to this person soon if you're not in contact. But yeah, that this is possible of coming together, but there's something about it's not supposed to happen quite yet. There's something about, I'm hearing something that's supposed to be, it's because it has to be, it's supposed to be done, this might not be for everybody, the right way. There's something that's supposed to be done the right way. What would be considered the correct way of doing it. It's not supposed to be done out of line. It's supposed to be done, something about traditionally or the right order, or it's almost giving the feeling like, okay, when everything falls into place correctly, or when it's done how it would be done traditionally correct. Like say if this person is not coming at you with the right respect yet, well then this would not come together until this person comes at you with the correct respect. If you or this person is connecting with somebody else at this time, well, this Spirit is saying this would not probably come together how you like until it would be done the correct way, where both of you would be not connecting with someone else. Yeah, because it's regardless of how it looks to everyone else, it's that Spirit would want it done the correct way. Like something about, I'm hearing the word ordained. And then on a side note, and this isn't anything to worry about, and for most of you, I believe this is talking about this person, not you. Spirit's just giving you a little insight on something coming up for this person, is that, because this is vice versa, so this would be the other person. Something is getting ready to come up and happen in this person's life that they don't see coming. There is something extremely, I'm hearing jolting, shaking, possibly chaos, possibly an accident, but there's something, a big change, we'll just call it, a big change coming up, something this person is seeing coming. It's going to be shocking for this person, but it's going to illuminate them to what some of their abilities and gifts are. This is something that is actually being divinely orchestrated. It might be even, it could even be something as bad, I'm not wishing an accident on anybody, but like say a car accident or something crazy happens, or there's a natural disaster and they lose their house. But this is something that is actually a part of a divine plan or orchestration in this person's life that is supposed to happen, that is going to awaken them, and they're going to become more aware of their abilities, but Spirit will be with them the whole time. They might not feel it, but you see that dove there, Spirit's with them the whole time, and this is going to illuminate them, and they're going to become, it's a part of either their spiritual awakening, their enlightenment, to bring them more knowledge on what their abilities and gifts are, and to align them to the right path. That's this other person. I feel for most of you it's them, not you, but Spirit's letting you know something's coming up for this person. They don't see it coming, but it's I'll just say it's all part of the plan for them. Spirit will be with them. It's divinely orchestrated. Yeah. So Spirit's letting you know that. Okay, well, I love you guys. This is what I had for you. I hope this made some kind of sense and resonated. Yeah, if you're new here, I hope you feel called to like and subscribe. I love you guys. I'll see you guys in another reading. Hi, pile 3. If you chose the clear quartz pile 3, this is your reading about the shared gifts that you have in this connection. I am going to read this one a little bit different than I did pile 1 and pile 2. The energies are quite different, and I'm just going to start channeling right now. This is going to be, I'm going to read this one so differently because I have a huge, I just glanced out of the cards and I'm getting a huge channel right now, and as soon as the channels come to me, I have to start channeling it otherwise I'll lose it. So this is going to be quite different. So let me just start channeling them. Okay. This person is very attracted to you. This person finds you very, very attractive. There's something very, there's something very, okay, like almost magnetic and sexual in nature that, and I feel you possess this energy. And I feel that you don't always show it to all of the world. You even sometimes hesitate to showing it to people because you know the magnitude of the gravitational pull of your magnetism. This person is very attracted to you. This person is trying to figure out a way to lure you in, because this person actually sees in you that they feel that they can experience the end all be all with you, and they would love to have like the whole, it's like I'm hearing like they could see you guys having the whole world together. Now I'm already feeling a resistance that some of you after like, no, well, this could be a different, maybe choose a different pile then. Or this could be that this is how this person feels but hasn't expressed it. But this person knows that there's something very special about you, and that if you two were to come together, that it would be something very powerful and very special. Okay? I feel that also what I'm getting is for you, that you are very creative, and for some reason I'm being drawn to these words. You're very creative, and you know there's a lot of powerful things that you can manifest and create, but you're not sure. It's almost like you're holding back on creating certain things, or perhaps creating a connection with this person because you're not for sure yet on either how to do it or how to go about it. And also because you know that what I feel like here is that there's you know and sense that there's a calling over your life, that you are meant to be doing healing and light work. And that is an energy you possess, and that you're very connected and very healing, but you also know that you feel drawn to this person as well, and you know that you have, this person is very drawn to you. This person deep down, under the layers of energy, you might be aware of this, you might not, actually feels there's something very angelic about you, and they feel that you help awaken them, and they feel divinely connected to you, and they see you as a very good companion, and they feel they could be a good companion to you if things were to work out correctly, or for some of you I heard if things had gone a different way. It'll be different for each of you. Now, with that out of the way, how I was doing this for the other piles is I was going to read what your energy was and what their energy was, and you could just tell me, not tell me, so that way you could just confirm if this was the right pile, and then if it wasn't, you can go to a different pile. Now what I'm going to get into is I'm going to read what your gifts and abilities are and what this person's gifts and abilities are, and how this kind of meshes between the two of you, how it's kind of shared or experienced. So you're coming out with the moon. You're very intuitive. You know the unknown and you see the unseen. You understand. It's what's that saying? What's understood doesn't need to be spoken. It's like something to that nature. Look at the size of that moon. You are extremely psychic. Also, I feel that there's a lot of cards here that are showing me, especially with this Eros, and I'm getting with this Capricorn, I'm getting devil energy, but it's in reverse. So it's like almost like the magnitude of your magnetism, and you try to for some of you I feel you try to turn it down or not turn it all the way up sometimes, because I feel that perhaps in the past you've had experiences where that gravitational pull of your magnetism have pulled in either people, experiences, beings, or situations that you ended up not necessarily wanting. It was pulling in too many maybe problematic energies possibly. I feel you have a lightning intuition. You get downloads that come to you. Down this Aquarius card. Come on, nails. Don't do me like that. You see that beam of light that comes down? These are the downloads you receive from the divine. You are a channeler. You receive a lot of downloads. You are also somebody who leads the way and shows people what to do with the information they receive. You'd probably be a great teacher if you ever wanted to take up some kind of metaphysical or spiritual practice where you can show people how to be headstrong with their abilities and to not have doubt and not have fear and to move forward with it. You could probably also profit and make a living off of doing some kind of spiritual practice. 8th house. I mean, how psychic can you get? You have a lot, you probably, for some of you here, you have a lot of occult knowledge, you have a lot of metaphysical knowledge, psychic, you probably practice some form of divination, and if you don't, you probably could. I'm also seeing a crystal on here, which lets me know you could also channel through crystals, do some kind of scrying, or use them as a medium for manifesting, healing, protection, scrying. You have a deep connection with crystals. And there's something here about technology. I think that sometimes your psychic gifts get so powerful that it you might see little technicalities, or you might jam like certain appliances or things. Sometimes you might hold your phone and all of a sudden the battery drains really fast. It's something about the exchange of psychic energy, or it might charge really fast or drain really fast, or all of a sudden you might see that the clock on the oven or something starts flashing or something when you after you just left the kitchen, something like that. There's something here about your very powerful psychic energy here. Your person, now let's get into some of their abilities. First of all, this person is so attracted to you, is so drawn to you. Look at the Mars, how he's looking at this way. All of this 8th house energy, there's a lot of magnetism here. You have Eros and the 8th house. You are very, sexual energy is very spiritual. You hold a lot of that energy, and it's very magnetic. People are very drawn to you. Sometimes they feel like you don't even realize like how much attention is being pulled and drawn onto you sometimes. This person feels very drawn to you. This person's very attracted to you. This person feels the gravitational force that brings them towards you, but I think they try to not deny it, but they're not sure what to make of it. This person themselves has some psychic abilities, and they are awake, but they are just now awakening to it. And what this person needs to do is learn how to, they're not fully tapped into their emotions or emotionally fully balanced yet. And when they do that, look at the sun. You see the egg, they're just now opening up to everything. It's new for them. All this is new for them, but they're awakening to it. You see all the doors in this? They're opening up. They are going further and further deeper into their self. This connection, them being drawn to you, is awakening them and opening up things within them that they haven't experienced before. And it's very, I'm hearing the word exhilarating. They're not sure what to call it or what to make of it, but they are becoming more and more enlightened the more they feel your energy, the presence of your energy and within their own energy. But they need to let themselves feel more. They're a little bit closed off emotionally still, but they know that there's something deep and something special going on here. If not both of you, at least one of you is being highly transformed by this connection. This is a very spiritual connection. I feel that if it's not you, that this person actually, you give them you see the butterfly? They get butterflies. They get a feeling of flutters like in their stomach, like when they're either around you or when they feel your energy really strong, because it's very intense and it's very powerful. It's starting to open up their heart and give them the ability to feel like they want to do something. I wouldn't be... You and this person, or if not that, then at least this person wants to experience things with you that they have never experienced before, because they feel they are already experiencing things through this connection that they haven't experienced before. Even if this is somebody that you haven't come into connection with yet, this is somebody who feels like, I've never experienced these kinds of feelings or these kinds of, I'm hearing, it's like little sensations. It's like through their body, through their mind, through their emotions, that there's new things that they haven't experienced, and it makes them want to try new things. I'm hearing even, and I don't mean this in a bad way, it brings out the devil in them. It makes them they want to do things to you. They want to do things, or should I say, with you. Yeah. Also, on a side note, there's some other energies here that I think should be talked about. Yeah. Look at all those you see all these little light beams? There's a lot of beings that are around you guys, around both of you. You guys both have a lot of powerful spirit guides that bring through a lot of these synchronicities and little energetic signs and symbols that make that, it's like, when all of a sudden they pop up in your mind, or you see something on the TV that has their name. This is like being influenced by spirit. There's a lot of spiritual activity happening around the both of you, especially, and more so the closer you guys come together. Like, so say if you're around this person, there's a lot of spirits around that are making spiritual activity happen. It might be like, oh well, like whenever I'm around this person, the synchronicities are crazy. It's like all of a sudden, you know, this song comes on that's talking about this, that like totally is our situation. Or I was just sitting there and I put on the TV, and then like, you know, I went over to their house and they put the TV on, and it's like the person on the TV was my name, and my name kept being said. Like, it's like something like that. I hope I'm making some kind of sense. But the spirit is also wanting you to know that there's it suggested that you guys both try to stay grounded and not too caught up and lost in the clouds, that this is more likely to manifest and become stronger, and the connection becomes stronger and more understood as long as it stays more grounded and secure. There's a need for that. Also, because of the nature of this connection being powerful and very spiritual, and there's a lot of spiritual activity and guidance around this connection. For that reason, there is also energies, and for some of you, this will only be like in the astral, like only, you know, other spiritual energies that are going to try to cause resistance, because they're trying to stop this from coming together, because they don't want you guys to feel safe. These would be energies that try to keep you anchored in old timelines so that you guys don't ascend, because the two of you coming together, there's an ascension that will happen, or would happen if it could happen. If you guys are able to come together. If this is somebody you're already with, you might be met with certain things that try to cause resistance in this connection. For some of you, this will be something that manifests physically, as in there will be some kind of power, being, group, friends, family, something that will try to take control over this situation by causing some kind of blockages in this connection. This could be, you know, even as far as friends who try to influence some kind of resistance or blockage or create problems in this connection, that will end up causing either one or two of you to not feel safe in this connection. It's like that's something that would try to cause to break that protective bubble to keep you guys apart. That is likely to manifest here, which is not uncommon in spiritual connections. The higher the connection, the higher the spiritual connection, the more resistance and tests that it's going to receive. You know what I mean? I think you guys get what I'm saying. Also, on a side note, and this might not be for everybody, but Spirit is saying that if you guys are not together yet, not to worry. There's a lot that's not known or seen or that's been shown to you yet, but a way is going to be shown where you won't be stuck for long, but one or if not both of you will have certain things you have to cut and remove before you can just dive into this. That it's not meant to be just you're not supposed to jump into this into the blind, because there's one, if not both of you, have burdens that are meant to be laid down before you can come together and have this, but that this is a possibility, the Ace of Cups. Also, on a side note, this is, I think, something Spirit is letting you be known about this person. This person is learning to let go of things. This person might be having a hard time waiting on things. There might be certain things in their life that this could be connected to you, but it doesn't have to be. That there might be certain things that they are waiting on in their life that they might have felt was like something unfair. Like, okay, I put all this work or I put all this time into something and I never got to see the payoff of it. It could be work, it could be family, it could be a job, it could be a living situation. And that this person is having to go through some kind of learning lesson at this time so that they can learn to see through the illusions that maybe it's not best to wait around for things to get that payoff of something. It might not, it'll probably end up being not what they wanted, and realize that staying attached to certain things or waiting for things to happen that aren't meant to happen could bring in karma that they don't want to take on. That sometimes they have to turn their back on things in order for their life to turn around with this Wheel of Fortune for the right, and to initiate them into a higher timeline that they're meant to be on, which would be what would have to happen in order for them to come in contact with you, or to at least to ascend, so they can awaken to more of their spiritual gifts. So yeah, I hope I didn't channel that out too fast, but once it starts coming, I just have to get it out of my mouth, because it's like sometimes it's like, you know, it's like when someone talks to you in another language and they're speaking fast and you're trying to catch everything they're saying. I guess that's the best way I can explain it. Okay, well, I love you guys. Yeah, if you're new here, I hope you feel called to like and subscribe. I'll see you guys in another reading or another pile. Bye. Hi, pile 4. If you chose the Amethyst, pile 4, this is your reading on what are your shared gifts in this connection. This pile was quite quite different than the other piles, which is not a bad thing. I guess we expect them all to be, you know, very different, right? Now, this one is quite specific, so this might not be for everyone. So if as I'm reading this, it's not making sense, please feel free to choose another pile. Love you guys. So let's get right into it. So let me just tell you, first I pulled some cards showing me what is your energy, and then what is their energy, and then what are your gifts and what are their gifts, and how are these shared or experienced, what happens when these are shared and experienced, and then some more messages from Spirit about this. Okay, so let's get into it. So, well, you have some beautiful energies here. Let's start off with saying that. Some a little bit troubling ones coming out for this person. Like I said, if this doesn't resonate, feel free to choose another pile. This is kind of a bit specific, but I've seen this kind of scenario play out for quite a few people in my readings and in private readings. So let's go ahead and get into it. So for you, we're coming out, we have the Maiden and the Creator. And there's I forget if one of them or both of them were reversed. I might have set them both down reversed. But what I'm getting from this is, this isn't gender specific, you male or female watching. What I'm getting is this, that you are actually getting ready to birth something in your life. There's something very new, something of some kind of new beginning that's happening. I feel you're a very creative person, but maybe not everybody has seen the extent of how creative you are. You could be a someone who's works in some kind of creative field, artistic. You're very I feel you're someone who's very artistic, very creative, very spiritual. I feel also that whatever you're creating, you haven't fully birthed it yet, or it's just right now at the very beginning, but that there's a lot of promise for some kind of beautiful beginning here. I'm also seeing for you coming out, you do not like to, you're not really somebody who follows the crowd. I think you're somebody who very much seeks for yourself. You're also a lot of what you see is what you get. You're not somebody who switches up and changes up on people. You are capable of giving people a lot of good instruction and guidance, but at this time I feel like you're focused on something else. There's something that you're creating or getting ready to give birth to. Some kind of project, a beginning, a work. It could even be possible a child for somebody here, but that might probably only be a select few of you. I feel you're not even in the seeking stage anymore. I feel you're actually very well aware of who and what you are, what you're capable of, and what you want to do. And right now you're getting ready to do something because you're going to transcend certain limits that were in your life. You're getting ready to break a barrier. You're getting ready to level up. You're getting ready to, maybe somebody here might be getting ready to produce something or put something out there or start some kind of new journey, project, work. Maybe even it could be moving to a new location, but you're transcending some kind of limit in your life. You're expanding, you're broadening your horizons, you're doing something bigger, something newer, and it's going to level you up. And that is, I think, where a lot of your focus is on. That is what I'm coming out for you. Okay, now we're going to get into this person. So even if this is you, I'm going to explain the energies that are coming out for this person, and you'll know then if this is the right pile. This might be, I don't know, it's weird I'm hearing this, but because I didn't hear this for the other piles, but this might be the energy of somebody else who is in your life, who maybe not you were asking about, but for whatever reason you're drawn because it's just showing this energy. But I don't know, I hope I'm making sense. So let me show you the energies coming out for the person that it's showing that you're in connection to. This person's coming out as the Hunter in reverse, the Shadow upright, and the Dead End. I mean, of course I'm going to tell you what I'm getting from that, but I mean, this is a person who is having a hard time in life right now because they are very much being forced to face their shadow self, or to sit with their shadow self, and to as I'm hearing it, they're not having the best time, and they're somebody who is for a long time was operating from their shadow and unaware of it, and it's led them to a dead end. There's a lot of things in this person's life right now that is not working out, and a lot of things that haven't worked out, and they feel like they've ran into a wall, like in many areas of their life. Like, why are things not working out? So they're not sure which direction to go next. They're not sure what to go after. I think at one person, this person might have, the way I'm seeing this horse pointing this way towards your energy, came at you in the wrong way, or had their attention focused on you for the wrong reasons. And what's interesting here, though, is from cards I've seen here, I just want to say this. I noticed this when this were the last cards I laid out, and it just stuck out to me, that regardless of anything that's happened here, this person at one point in time, if not still, actually looked at you thought of you as a soulmate, but they still operated from a shadow place and caused them to do things that looks like it wasn't in your best interest at some point. Maybe you're not aware of this or not, but this is what I'm seeing, okay? I'm also seeing here this person coming out as, okay, despite the fact that it says healer, I'm being shown something else. Healer, and then this card came out, this blank, and then child magical reverse, and then advocate. And actually what I'm channeling, the message I'm hearing, because I don't, you know, I'm an intuitive reader. I can just read what the technical meaning of the card is, but I really just channel a lot of this. So really what I'm getting here is they're bringing me to the image on the healer. You see this person with their hands, they're doing something, there's all these energies around someone's head. This person might have at some point wanted to come across as somebody who had good intentions, but really it seems to me like they were playing some kind of mind games or wanted to control your perception of either them or the world around you. This person did not, with this being empty, is not somebody who did not know the truth of who they are or what they are in life. Sophie! Where you guys at, pal? Sophie! I hear you, baby. If you guys hear a little whining, it's Sophie at the door. I might let her in a minute. But I can tell you guys have a high spiritual energy. I knew it. Everybody coming to this channel, pretty much, if you're watching tarot and you're into spirituality, you'll have a high spiritual energy. And you guys are the one that I hear you, baby. I hear you, mama. I'll let you in a minute, but I'm channeling. Let me finish this channel. Sorry. Oh, baby. Hold on, you guys. I might have to go get Sophie. She's clawing at the door. 1 sec. Let me just finish saying what I'm saying. So this person is somebody who's very out of touch with their inner child. This person is somebody, they were motivated from a place of pessimism, depression, disbelief in the divine, and believing that they could find growth by not doing things in good faith. That's how they were operating, because they were stuck in their shadow. But this person tried to come across like what they were doing was right and that they had good reason or good cause for what they were doing, and that they weren't in the wrong. Yeah, they tried to make it, they put themselves out there like, or might try to come across like they had good intention or was trying to help you, or somebody who does good right or in good standing, does things in good faith. But really they were somebody who is operating from their shadow and did not have good intentions, wasn't even sure of who the truth of what they are. They weren't tapped into themselves, their inner being, to their true calling. They weren't in alignment with their purpose, their true purpose. It feels to me like they were trying to follow some kind of crowd or fit in, and just not moving from a healed place, but trying to come across like they were, and could not see the wrongs in what they were doing. 1 second, I'm gonna let her in, hold on. Hi guys, okay, I'm sorry. The dog's having a little bit of an anxiety attack, so she might have to finish the reading with me. I hope you guys don't mind. I hope it's not too much of a distraction. So yeah, so let's get back into it. So now we're gonna get into what your psychic abilities are, and then what their psychic abilities are and how those are shared. Do you want me to put you down, baby? You ready to get down? You want to stay up here? Okay, you can't squirm then. Promise? Okay. I'm going to try to put her down just so it makes it easier for me to channel right now, or if I rock it might help. Okay, so I feel your energy, and you have a little doggy anxiety because mom and dad just left, and because I'm absorbing it, it's making it harder for me to channel. Are you okay? Can I put you down for a couple minutes? And then I'll pick you up and I'll scratch behind your ears. Oh, yes, baby, yes, yes. Okay, I'm going to put you down just for a minute. Sorry, guys. Okay, there. See, you're good. Just give me a couple minutes. Sorry about that. Okay, so let's keep going. Hi, baby. Okay, so now let's get into your spiritual psychic gifts. And I might have to pause this again. We'll try. So I see, oh, wow. Okay, so it's okay, baby. I'm right here. I'm so sorry. Okay, so you're coming out with Pluto. Oh, God, it's the cat's food down there. Hold on. Hold on 1 second. I'm so sorry. Okay, Okay, we're going to try this one more time. I'm so sorry, you guys. All right. So for your psychic gifts and abilities, I see that you have Scorpio and Pluto here. Okay, pile 4. Oh, you psychic, right? Yeah, you psychic. Yeah, like you're tapped in, like all the way. I also see that you have a very philosophical mind. You have a very higher knowing. I also see Sagittarius here. Also, you're somebody who's capable of seeing opportunities where none are present and where other people wouldn't be able to see them. You're somebody who's very headstrong, and you're capable of tapping into your creative energies. This is an very interesting energy that I'm tapping into. You're capable of, tapping into your creative energies and expressing them in a spiritual way. And I don't know how that makes sense, but to you it might. But as it's how this is coming out, you're also somebody who is, as they're showing this to me too, on this Aries card, you see the horns coming out like the ram. It's something about you're able to project messages. So, okay, yeah. So I've understood this energy a little bit before, where it's like with telepathy, you know, like when you connect with somebody, you can, we give and we mesh with somebody, we give and receive. But there's also, like when we receive downloads, you're somebody who can like send downloads. Like those horns are showing me that's like an antenna for like sending out like a signal. And so it's like you're capable of projecting energy or messages or downloads and to people. It doesn't have to be somebody who you're in connection with. Like it doesn't have to be necessarily this person. That you could send, like you can send messages to people and they'll get them. They might not tell you they received it, but you're able of projecting energy. And I'm not talking about like when people, they project their insecurities. No. This is different. This is sending out like psychic energy, like psychic messages to people. Like you can send it out so that they receive it. Like you can make somebody think about you very easily. You have a very strong, like there's different types of psychic energies. You know, we either receive or we project. Or then if you're good, you could do, you know, both. And over time, you can learn to master these skills and hone in on them. You're somebody, whether you're aware of it or not, you send out a lot of psychic energy. Also somebody, you're very grounded and you're capable. Ooh. I'm seeing it like a bubble. Interesting. You're capable of like stopping people. It's like putting up a wall around people who are trying to psychically attack. And it doesn't have to be you, I'm hearing. This is really fascinating. It doesn't have to be you. It's like you can see, it's almost like you can see somebody when you can see into situations and know when somebody is trying to mentally or psychically bully somebody else or project harmful energies onto them spiritually or psychically, and you're able, like, I was going to say capable and then I said able, you're able. You're capable of putting up this, like, it's almost like a spiritual, like, shield or wall or bubble up that stops that energy from going to, like, attack or hurt somebody or even yourself. Interesting. It's like you can shield those energies. So it's like almost like, say it's like they're showing me it's like somebody like pulling back an arrow, like to shoot a dart. So it's like, say if somebody's like over here and they're like, yeah, I'm pissed at this person, I'm going to do some energy work or shoot some psychic attacks at this person over here. You could be a bystander and see it, and it's like throwing out a wall, like, and the arrow just never hits that person. Ah, that's fascinating. I don't think I've ever tapped into that before. Wow, I hope that makes some kind of, I hope what I'm saying makes sense and resonates. But this is really fascinating. Very, very, very advanced, highly developed mind here. I feel like you've unlocked a lot of your higher psychic faculties. Very fascinating. Now, as far as this person. This person, they're coming out with the moon in reverse. This person had the potential to, it's like, I'm just going to say how I'm seeing it. I'm going to be rather blunt here. I feel like this person made some wrong choices and went down the wrong path. And because of that, never really tapped into their psychic abilities because they were too much stuck in their subconscious and being navigated in life by their subconscious fears. And because they could not understand and transmute and transform those fears to ascend, they never really got to unlock their higher psychic faculties. And for that reason, they operate from fear. And so their gifts were never fully opened. They are just simply somebody who simply projects and mirrors from a place of fear and unhealed wounds in their subconscious. This person might, and this might have been something that stemmed all the way from when they were younger, or because they didn't have proper guidance. This person also gives people improper guidance. This person is also under improper guidance in the physical. This person is too concerned with their reputation and living a life that's kind of on the edge, and has too many they are very idealistic of what they think is right and what they think is wrong, or how they think something should go, and they try to control the situation. I'm hearing for some of you, by any means possible. So when your guys' psychic energies connect, how's that experience? We have the storm. I wasn't surprised. So like I said, this is specific. This might not be everyone's pile, but if it's for you, it'll resonate and you'll know. So it causes chaos, and I'm not necessarily sure in your life, but I think you sense it, but I think that you are somebody who has the abilities and the advancement spiritually, and also the advanced guides around you to protect you and lead you away from this situation. There might have been even a certain situation or something that's happened already in the past, because gifted also came out reverse, because this person's not gifted. They're not gifted like you, and I feel like some of you, they might have even coveted your gifts. They might have had their eye on you like a target because of your gifts. This person might have been trying to take control of your gifts or convince you that you didn't have them and that they did. Something like that here. And what's crazy and sad is, like I said from the beginning, what's crazy is this person at some point in time, or maybe even still looked at you. What's crazy is they did all this looking at you like you were a soulmate, but it's like they saw something in you very familiar, and they felt you were a safe place, but because they were coming from an unhealed place, they hit a dead end and became a dead end because they didn't know how to go after what they wanted in the correct way, and they went after things they shouldn't have gone after. And one of the things I think they went after in the wrong way was you, possibly at some point. How and when were these things experienced? We have Men in Black coming out in reverse. Stalking, intimidation, confrontation. This person watched you. This person tried to find out things about you without you knowing it, and was paying much more closer attention to you than I think you might have been aware of. But as psychic as you are, you probably felt it and sensed it and was like, I keep feeling this person in my energy, and I know there's a connection here, but something feels off, is probably how that manifested. And then also, and I knew it right away when it came out. Like right away when that came out, I was like, oh, Anunnaki's gonna come out. And sure enough, the next card, Anunnaki. There's a conflict of interest here. This person might have also been involved with certain people, or got certain people involved, or just whether this has to do with you or not, but other things in their life. Because this person had too many control issues, and I'm hearing the words again, just in the hair. There it is. Just the corner of my eye kept. Yeah, anyways, sorry. This person it created some kind of, it feels like some kind of drama here, because this person, I feel, was very intimidated by your light, by your gifts, and wanted to come across like they were good, because they had not healed enough and had not transmuted any, it feels like almost any of their shadow, and was just operating like unconsciously from wounds in their subconscious. They were not moving the right way to be able to come connect with you, despite the fact that they actually did view you as some kind of a soulmate at some point in time, is what this feels like. Like I said, this is specific. This isn't resonating. Pick another pile. So this person is also somebody who probably runs in cliques, or was trying to look good for certain people. Might have also, this person created some kind of conflict of interest between the two of you, because they weren't coming from a pure place. You know what I mean? Child, magical reverse, the shadow, and dead end. This person did not know who they were. They were trying to come across like they were all good, but they weren't. They were trying to play some kind of mind games and control. It's like they wanted to be able to control you and how you perceive them and things around you. Okay? So that's what I'm seeing here so far. So this person had not really tapped into a lot of their gifts. They wanted to believe that they were gifted. They wanted to believe that they could do what you could do, or they wanted to believe that you couldn't do what you could do, so they would feel better about themselves. Is really what I'm getting here, which is sad, because it feels to me that there could have been a lot more potential, because for them to be coming in contact with somebody like you with a lot of gifts, it could have elevated them and opened, probably would have been a great catalyst for them, and eventually, in some way you probably still are or will be, because eventually this person, when they start working through their shadow, that's the only way they're going to get past this dead end that they've hit in their life. And at that point, when they start doing that, they will probably look back to certain things they learned and experienced from you that will be a catalyst for them to eventually start to ascend. Because that is what we want for everyone, right? To eventually ascend, right? I just don't feel this person's there yet, not based off the cards I'm seeing. So based off that, I asked the cards, you know, so then what needs to happen for this to be corrected? Because right away when I see men in black, shadow, I knew, I was like, okay, I'm not even going to ask how is this playing out right now, because I don't think it is. I think this, like I said, you're birthing something new. This person's at dead ends in their life is what I'm seeing here from the cards. But how I asked the cards, how can this be corrected? And it showed me that it's what the spirit is showing me is that this person is not in alignment with their purpose. They're not heading in the right direction. They're not on their north node because they are not healed. And until they work on healing, they will, I'm hearing for some of you even try to make things right or do some kind of a course correction or give you an apology or tell, ooh, that's interesting, when I tell the truth about you. Fascinating. And learn how to stand on their own 2 feet and let you be successful on your own without trying to interfere in your energy. This person needs to come from a pure place, purity of heart, which can only come from them integrating and working on healing the things that are in their subconscious that need to be worked on, released, healed, and transmuted. But just so you know, Spirit also wants you to know, yes, at some point in time, this person definitely did look at you as some kind of soulmate. And I think what happened is it scared them and intimidated them because they have so many things they refused to face within themselves that they tried to take control of the situation so that they could make it play out how they wanted. But this person did find you very attractive. They were very drawn to you, very because there's a lot of magnetism to you. You know, you got Scorpio, Pluto, Sagittarius. They saw a lot of, they know you're a person who can create a lot of opportunities, especially where there are no opportunities. You have a way of making things happen, and they see that in you. And they were very drawn to it. They also found you very attractive, very appealing, but they wanted to control the situation. And so they tried take some kind of matters into their own hands and create it. And all they did is create blockages and dead ends in their life by doing so. That is what I am seeing here. So I hope this resonated. If it did, I hope well, it's a little bit of a harsher one. If you went through that, I'm glad you're doing better now. It looks like you have beautiful beginnings coming in. But I love you guys. I hope you'll feel called to like and subscribe if you are new here. I'll see you guys in another reading. Love you. Bye.